So now, in our case, we're now going outside. Well, this is the outside, and you can see it's actually dark outside. It could also be at daytime, of course. Well, actually the daytime rhythm is actually quite interesting, and I don't know if this is universal for every other lucid dreamer, but in my case, it's being dark, that is being dark outside, is actually an indication for me as a lucid dreamer that the visuals or the strength of the dream is not that well. Somehow all my dreams that were ending, all my lucid dreams, were always ending in nighttime, and it's also maybe an expectation that transforms into nighttime because, well, once the visuals end or finish up, because the dream is ending or the lucid dream is ending, well, what would be the most appropriate expectation if the visuals are getting lost, are decreasing, well, it's getting dark. Of course, your mind is expecting that it's going to be dark and it's nighttime. So in our case, or in my case, that it's dark outside gives me an indication that I should be aware that I need to stabilize the dream more, even increase its visual quality. And I can do this with rubbing my hands, as we talked about in the previous YouTube series. Rubbing your hands really forces your dream to become more well, experiential in that way, more vivid, more alive, and that's pretty important. So let's go outside and see what's happening, alright? Just being an ordinary dream character as any other dream character, but secretly knowing that we're dreaming. Wow, it's raining, I guess. I hear music. It seems like it's some kind of a festival. Well, let's check out. Now, in this case, when you meet people, it's pretty interesting to see what this does with your, how convinced you are that you're really lucid, because somehow social interaction really challenges your lucidity levels. Maybe social interaction is a core thing to our survival, our experience reality. Hey, jongen!
Ik wil graag de groeten doen aan mijn moeder.
Goed doen aan je moeder.
Ja,
fantastisch.
ik doe voor die woodpecker na. Ik ben 18 jaar en doe voor die woodpecker na. Nee.
Great. Well, you see what kind of surprises a dream can behold, and it's so strange to think that your own mind is capable of generating these dream characters and these strange interactions without any effort. So just enjoying what's out there, well, it seems kind of a party. Of course, my encounter with that person that was, well, seemed to be drunk, could also initiate an expectation of me creating a party, of course, which is pretty logical. Okay, well, just to give you an example or a feel of how you can use your lucid dreams without even initiating your own plans and just enjoying the dream itself. Integrating your own plan in the lucid dream, the elevator example, the door example. Now, the next thing that I want to show you before we end this advanced series is teleportation on your own way, and that's the spinning technique. Now, the spinning technique, as the title already shows you, is actually spinning, visualizing a different location, a different destination, and then go to it. Very basic. So, let's pick an interesting destination. Well, let's use the elevator again. Let's teleport to the elevator and just showing you how this spinning technique really goes. Let's go to something that is not that rainy. So let's say about here. Okay, well, the thing that you do is, well, just take a view through my own eyes. So, here you are. Just extend your arms, like this. Just spin around like a crazy man, and while you're spinning, you're just imagining your new destination and keep reminding yourself that you're still lucid. So visualizing the elevator. Okay. Succeeded, right? Here we are in the elevator. So by using the spinning technique, and it's just as the title tells you, spinning, visualizing a different destination, and while you're spinning, reminding yourself that you're still dreaming, right? Just to maintain your lucidity. And well, once you stop turning, once you stop spinning, there's a higher chance, in cases of other approaches that you can try out, a very high chance that you've transported to another location, another dream. And it's a great way to change the complete setting of the dream without just flying to another location, of course. So that's one of the ways. So, open the door. again in the hallway. Now, what I'm going to show you now is how to wake up deliberately. And although that sounds pretty strange, well, why do you want to wake up? Well, it could be that you want to wake up instantly because you've done an experiment, for example. Many lucid dreamers do this. Use their lucid dreams for experiments, and then once you have results, you immediately want to wake up to write them down. Well, the trick to do this is actually to go to sleep. Go to sleep in the lucid dream, lying on the ground, closing your eyes, and, well, eventually then wake up. So let's do this. So on the ground, actually lying on the floor, which is pretty strange to do. Closing our eyes. Well, we're obviously not awake now. Where are we? Well, let's take a look where we are. My God. Well, we're obviously in the bathroom. Well, these kinds of failed teleportations, or false awakenings as they are called in our context, often occur when you attempt a spinning technique or try to teleport, or even if you notice that you are waking up actually, because while you are waking up you're actually expecting to be really waking up in bed, of course. And in our case, if you just, while in that process, think about something else, just a slight different destination in that sense, without any conscious intent, but just, well, wondering, thinking about something else, then that would be immediately integrated in your dream process, right? You want to wake up in a REM sleep period instead of at the end of it. So chances are that that process will not succeed immediately because your brain still wants to, well, dream. So if you just dream to want to wake up in that sense, well, what's your brain going to do? Well, give you a dream in where you wake up, and it doesn't matter where you wake up. So in that case, if you want to wake up from a dream after an experiment, for example, then chances are you have a false awakening. So in any case, if you are going to sleep or try to wake up, if you're in a dream or even in real life, always perform a reality check once you wake up, just to make sure that you're really awake. Now, of course, if you have a lot of experience, you can just feel whether you're dreaming or not, so then that reality check is not really necessary. But still, maybe you wake up and from a dream in which you thought you have lost control, lost grip. Thought, oh no, I'm waking up, waking up, and then eventually you wake up in bed, not knowing that you're still dreaming, but just based on that expectation of that frightful, oh no, I'm going to wake up. You just end up in bed in another dream, and your brain is just answering your expectation of waking up in bed, and you're still dreaming actually, and without you knowing. So you just, well, are frustrated and, well, do your everyday things probably. So it's always a very good routine to perform a reality check once you wake up or go to sleep or in that twilight zone, just to make sure that you're not that you're still dreaming, because then you have a lot more lucid dream time, of course, to use. So if you want to wake up, of course, well, that's more troubling, so then it wouldn't be in your advantage. Well, in that case, it is more focusing on your body. I think that really helps me in waking up. And waking up my body in that sense, bringing my waking up intention not only in my mind and visualizing myself lying in bed, but really energizing my body from within the dream and paying attention to that. And that really helps me in waking up. There are some occasions where I still have a false awakening, but in that case I would just enjoy the next lucid dream. I don't care. But in most cases I just focus on my own body and I bring the wakefulness in there, just kind of an excitement of waking up. And well, that works for me. If I pay attention to my body, then I really wake up, and so I'm in bed and then immediately get my headlight and write down any results that I have from my training, and it's pretty interesting to do. Because really, if you want to take lucid dreaming seriously and want to conduct all kinds of training experiments and track your progress, then you really want to wake yourself up to write it down immediately. And of course, if you master the WILD technique, the wake-initiated lucid dreaming technique, once you have wrote down your training results, you can immediately go to sleep again and in your dream. Right? It's just the same. It's not, you have to approach sleeping and dreaming and of course lucid dreaming from the wake-initiated lucid dream technique from a completely different perspective.